And we're back. We see that Team Kaliber, they're up 3-0 on the best-of-9 series against UNiTE Gaming, so they only need to win 2 more maps, and they're going to close out UNiTE. We're going to be heading back to standoff, this time for some hardpoint action. Now, the first hardpoint of the series, Benson, we saw Team Kaliber. You're running in front of my shots, Axlav. All right, but anyways, Team Kaliber, they won it in the last couple of seconds, the first hardpoint. We'll see if this one's any closer. Now, is this the point where we see UNiTE try to mount their comeback, or are Team Kaliber just going to keep on the pressure and keep winning?
You know, UNiTE needs to keep their heads up. It's going to get a little bit demoralizing, you know, the thought of a shutout potentially on the cards. No one wants that, especially not on Pro Scrims, so they're going to need to try and just get a little bit of momentum from this hardpoint game. And we saw them dominate the early points of that first hardpoint game. They absolutely had complete control, and then all of a sudden, just one hill changed everything. TK back in control of that game, and they managed to get some important score streaks, which they used quite efficiently, and that was one of the main reasons they actually won that game. But you know, I want to get on board with UNiTE first of all, and see how they're going to try and get that momentum back into this series, because 3-0 down against what's looking like a very strong TK team, this could be very, very difficult for them.
Nice trophy systems from Team Kaliber. They're going to shut down the early smoke grenades from UNiTE, but Nameless, holy crap, he's able to pick up 3 by himself as UNiTE. They're going to be able to take control of this first hardpoint early on, and we'll see what Nameless could do. We're going to stay on board with this guy. We see Team Kaliber. They're trying to push out from the middle of the street around through Statue while one converges in from Yellow. That's going to be Theory. He's cleaned up, and Nameless, he's just worried about controlling top wood here, which is a very important spot to hold, especially on this middle hard point.
Well, you can see he's also starting to think about those streaks, Revan. He's very, very close to that Hellstorm missile, and he's just wondering, should I peek out, try and get a kill and get that 200? That's exactly what he's going to try and do now. Picks up the 200, gets the kill as well. Hellstorm Lightning Strike has been achieved. Sharp does shut him down before he can get that
Sharp has his own
machine.
streaks.
But yeah, I was going to say, you know, Sharp has 4 kills to his name. He's actually EMP picking up the last 10 seconds, but I'm pretty sure, has he got his Hellstorm and Lightning Strike as well?
He's got a Hellstorm Lightning Strike, and he's working towards his 3rd score streak. I believe it's a War Machine that it's going to have equipped. But now Team Kaliber, they're going to be making the rotation, and we'll see what Sharp could do here. Coming from the wood area, there's one player over near Gas. He knows it. Challenging the hardpoint, picks up kill. Did he get it? Did he get it? He gets the War Machine. We're going to see when he decides to use this. It could be effective on just about every single hardpoint if he puts himself in the great position. But finds one in the back alley, can't clean up Nameless inside the hill, so let's go on board with Ricky. Watching the front door, M8, not the best weapon for that. Nameless will be able to pick up the kill onto Neslo as Nameless backs up in the alley. He's going to get some help from his teammates, but great contest coming from Theory. He's staying alive as long as he can up top now. 20 seconds remaining in the current hardpoint, Benson. We're going to be looking for these teams to rotate, and it looks like Theory, he's the first one there, but he's going to have to get rid of 2 UNiTE players before he can make something happen.
And yeah, he's actually got 2 players running into his position right now. He is going to have one in there. Does get the kill on Saints. The second is going to be coming right behind him now. Hasn't seen him, and he is going to get shot from behind. Not much you could really do there, as you've got Sharp picking up the last few seconds of the hill. And this is very much a familiar story to what we had in that first half-point game. You know, UNiTE looking strong at the start. They're going to take the lead on this hill now. And this is the question for Sharp. Does he use the War Machine? He's actually close to overlapping those streets. Does actually get taken down there. As I say, that cursed him a little bit once again. But which is the ideal hill here, Revan? When do you use that War Machine on hardpoint standoff?
I mean, it depends on what's your weaker hill, because, I mean, if you look at the next hardpoint after this, the back 2 story, you could just set up behind the counter and look each direction, just kind of spam it as they come in.
Very true.
If you look at the middle hardpoint, you could, you know, hang out over near the L wall, hang out over near the box head glitch, even top wood, and just rain down terror onto the enemy. I mean, whatever hardpoint we see UNiTE struggle at is where I think we're going to see the War Machine come out. But Embos, he's close to getting his score streaks. We see Team Kaliber, they're starting to rotate over to the back 2 story. And take a look at the setup from Team Kaliber. They have Goonjar, he's pushing out the alley. They have Sharp playing safety over near green. They got Neslo pushing near back packages, who just got cleaned up. Now Theory, he's got to do some work inside the hardpoint. There's the War Machine from Sharp. And just like this, he's going to set up behind the counter. And, you know, UNiTE, they can't really push through packages unless they have Flak Jacket on.
Yep, you called it. This is exactly what he's going to do. Just wait very patiently.
Hello.
There's another kill. How you doing, buddy? He's just going to keep on shooting that War Machine. And are we going to see any of UNiTE pull out Flak Jacket? Well, so far, only 2 players, Nameless and Embos, have done that. But Embos, look at him right now, Revan. He's got a 6 kill streak to his name. He's got a War Machine of his own. So we could see a familiar strategy there coming from him.
Yep, so Embos, he spawns so far away from the hardpoint. We're going to see Sharp with the War Machine able to break the setup. And there goes the War Machine. No more bullets left in that, but he's going to be able to get the rest of this 20 seconds on the current hardpoint. While everyone else is going to try to rotate to the middle courtyard now. what's your ideal setup for this mid courtyard? Obviously, you want one player at that top statue. You want some sort of presence inside wood, either it's top or bottom wood. You want to focus on that wood control, and depending on where you're spawning at is where the hill player is going to set up. So if you're spawning more towards Grandma's, you're going to want your hill player, you know, kind of near the pallets or near the box jump up. And on the other side of the map, you're going to want him close to L wall.
I'd just like to point out, look at Embos right now.
He's killing everything.
He's overlapped his streak. He's overlapped his Hellstorm. He's just like, David needs to call it in. It's fine. I'll get another one. Enemy Hellstorm comes in there, and unfortunately, he isn't going to earn himself another lightning strike. I'm surprised he didn't actually call in that Hellstorm with his own quicker, so it didn't actually overlap. But UNiTE, they have the lead so far. 5 minutes 23 still to go in this game. It's a fragile lead around about 30 points. Embo's just going to be spamming that War Machine. In comes a lightning strike, though. That's going to be from Sharp. It shuts down. Ricky does finally take down Embos as well. And TK, they're going to try and pick up the remaining 20 seconds on this hill.
Yeah, and I think UNiTE, they're fine with that. I mean, if they get a good setup going on this green warehouse, they're going to be able to retake, or at least pad their lead, get some more points. But Saints, he's got other ideas. Finds one in the middle of the street. He wants this last 5 seconds. No, he doesn't. He just wants the 200 capture points. We see Team Kaliber, they were able to make their way into the warehouse. Let's go on board with Nezlo. Sharp is also heating up as well, but Nezlo's the guy inside the hard point, going down some trophy systems, and they're going to be focused on pushing out the alley. But take a look at the UNiTE players. They're spawning up over near the hay bales as streaks are being called in. Nezlo, he gets cleaned up. Ricky trying to stay alive here, finds Goonjar. He's going to get some help from his teammate who picks up the kill, but Embos, he's inside the hard point, only has a Hellstorm left out of all of his score streaks, and he's going to be trying to stay alive inside the hard point. We got Team Kaliber now pushing from the top of the street. UNiTE Gaming, they currently lead by around 20 points. Yeah,
they can't afford to give up this 30 seconds. They need to be pushing, and they need to be aggressive on this hill. It's not a big lead. They can try and break it. As we approach that 20-second mark, we're going to need to see one of these two teams rotate. And Goonjar, he's already inside that next hill, but they're not going to be able to pick up that last 17 seconds. So that's going to be a big 40 seconds picked up there from UNiTE. And TK are going to be pretty annoyed about that as Goonjar actually gets outgunned there from Ricky. And you've got to say, you know, Goonjar can't really be giving away a kill like that. Luckily, though, his teammates have still got control over that next hill before it switches. So we should see TK start a bit of a comeback here now on Grandma's.
Wow, Ricky doing some big work in the back alley here. Theory, he's going to want to back up. Doesn't want to get taken down inside the hard point. He needs to at least get as many points as he can as his teammates off spawn. They clean up the guys in the alley, and now they're going to go for their setup. We see Nezlo, he's pushing out the alley, about to find a lot of action his way, but he gets cleaned up. Goonjar on a 3-kill spree, and here comes the Hellstorm missile. Should pick up maybe 2 here, but finds Goonjar, the anchor player. Theory, inside the hard point, he's going to have to do some work. His teammate helps him out over near the ladder. As we see the UNiTE players, they've made their way up the stairs as Nameless breaks the hard point.
It needs to be broken almost immediately. Sharp has the support of one teammate. He sees one on stairs. Nice anticipation from him. Meanwhile, it's going to be Embos doing some good defensive work. TK spawning out. There's going to be no one. In fact, there's one more player left. It's going to be Nezlo. This is a big contest. He's actually going to go for the challenge as well with pre-fire. He is going to get taken down by Nameless, and that would have been
spawning
huge
out.
For him. They are spawning out.
Oh, he got pegged in the face.
Oh,
nice toss from Nezlo. But anyways, look at the mini-map. UNiTE, they have a lot of time to get their ideal setup for it in the next hard point at the back 2-story. They've chosen to have Nameless hang out over near the gas station, one player near the back blue van, one in the hard point, and one watch of packages. And Nameless, Merry Christmas, buddy. You find 2. Can he make it 3? No, he cannot. Sharp's able to clean up that kill, but now Ricky, he's going to be the one doing some work here as his teammates spawned over near packages. Easy rotation for them as they're going to come help out Ricky near the back hay bales here. And Team Kaliber, I mean, you know, they need to try to do something. I don't know if they have any score streaks to work with, but they got to put something together because they need to break this hard point.
They have no streaks at all available at their disposal, and UNiTE are holding this down for pretty much its entire time. Only 23 seconds left. TK still going for that challenge from that crate side, and they're not going to be able to break in. And UNiTE Gaming going to say, thank you very much. We'll take...
Oh, there we go, Goonjar.
Oh, finally, I guess, finally they actually managed to get control. But that was full 45 seconds.
Yeah.
There's only 10 seconds scrap, and, you know, TK, they are going to need to go just huge now on this next hill.
Yeah, they need to do something. They need to get themselves a lightning strike is what they need, because when it comes down to the final hard point, they're going to need that lightning strike to break the initial setup. And there we go, Theory. He gets his Hellstorm missile. Can this be the start of something magical for Team Kaliber? Good grenade, might be able to pick up the kill inside yellow. Needs to stay alive here. The Hellstorm missile doesn't go to the hard point. Instead, going for the power positioning. But Theory, he's still alive, still working for his streaks. Finds one that's going to give him the lightning strike. And here we go, Team Kaliber. They're trying to make the comeback. Only down by around 30 points. Still plenty of time left in the hard point as Nameless breaks it for just a short time. As we see Theory, he's got lightning strike and a Hellstorm to work with, while his teammates Goonjar, he's on the hard point as well with Nezlo. He's over near the broken wall. Nezlo goes down. Goonjar needs to try to stay alive as long as possible while Embos is racking up some time, but there's 60 seconds remaining in the game and only 20 separate, actually 30 separate both these teams.
Well, Theory just dropped that lightning strike. He wants to try and pick up this scrap, 13 seconds, but they need to make sure they have their rotations. And Sharp going for the pre-fire. There is going to be one over there at Petrol. And Neslo gets shut down on that hill. Where have they spawned? Neslo spawning so far away from this hill. 217 to 190. 47 seconds left as that hill rotates. It's going to be UNiTE in early control. They don't need to control that for much longer. They already have a 30-second lead. In goes Neslo. He's going to get shut down. A few more seconds, and this is going to be UNiTE's game 1.
Saints with the score streaks. He's going to close it out, and I think Fury used that lightning strike a bit too prematurely, and this map, it's going to go to UNiTE. They put 1 on the scoreboard. Let's take a look at our scoreboard as we see Embos. He's on top for UNiTE, 30 and 21, but Saints, he's got 10 defends, a lot of them coming out of this last hard point where he's able to get full score streaks, but on the other side, TK, you know, a couple of them going negative there, but definitely lacking a little bit in slaying department. As we finally see UNiTE, they put 1 on the board now. They won our last Pro Scrims, so obviously we know that UNiTE is a good team. But Team Kaliber, they're looking really strong despite losing this hard point. As you see Saints in around any kill cam with the War Machine. Let's take one final look at our scoreboard. Yep. Clearly outslayed by UNiTE there. But we have ourselves a game, Benson. It's going to be 3-1 map count. And we're going to be moving into a search and destroy. I believe last search we saw Team Kaliber take it. We're going to see how UNiTE respond this time around, so stay tuned. Tweet the stream. I think we have around like 1,300 viewers. I want 10,000, man. Get me 10,000 viewers, and I'll be a happy Revan. But stay tuned. Quick commercial break. When we come back, we're moving into Search and Destroy.